this thing. You gotta eat it all. You can't really leave anything on the plate. You don't have to lick it clean, but you gotta eat it all except for the knife, the fork, and the napkins, okay?
Okay.
Nobody can help you. You can't throw the hot dog out the window. You can't stick it in somebody's purse, okay? So you gotta eat it all by yourself. So you got 12 minutes to eat it. If you eat it within 12 minutes, you get a free home record t-shirt. If you beat our record of 2 minutes and 30 seconds, you get it for free.
Okay.
Okay?
Alright.
Alright, we're gonna start on a yeehaw on 3. You ready? 1, 2, 3, yeehaw!
Busier than a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. Welcome to Hillbilly Hotdogs in Lesage, West Virginia, and they are known for their hot dogs. Some of the best hot dogs in the world. Yes, you heard it right, in the whole world. On the outside, they have many vintage hillbilly things. It looks like one big giant hillbilly yard sale outside. There's all kinds of trinkets, tinkets, toys, antiques, you name it, just about anything. Probably, see, there's a tricycle, probably things that fell off cars are there. There's tractors with a motorcycle exhaust pipe. There is just crack-a-lackin', smack-a-lackin' lot of old-time country stuff, banjos thrown in there, mandolins, old school buses, and it's hard telling what's inside the school buses. On top there is like an old Model T or A car, or what's left of it, and there's just plenty for everyone to see. But I'm here today to take the home record challenge. That is where you go in and you eat 3 pounds of a hot dog that's so big and so enormous that not many people has done it. Yes, outside there's a Hillbilly Hotdog wedding chapel. And yes, people have really gotten married there. And fittingly so, right beside of the Hillbilly wedding chapel is the Kissin' Cousin booth. Yes, let me pan over to it. It's right there. Hillbilly Hotdogs, Kissin' Cousins marrying booth, where you can marry your favorite cousin. How does that sound? Does that sound good to you all? Well, then there was many hubcaps. There must have been lots of cars losing their hubcaps along the road, because there sure was a lot of them. I counted probably to about 100 different cars. It was more than the eye could take in. And I was about ready to go inside and to take the challenge. But first, I got to see the famous Hillbilly hot dog van as it was mounted on a stand right beside the road. So I had studied on the internet about the home record challenge, and I found out that you could not substitute any toppings, that you had to have the habanero peppers and the jalapeno peppers. You couldn't just change it for like more chili sauce, nothing like that. So I was just about to find out if this was a bigger challenge, than I thought. Had I bitten off more than I could chew? It was now time for the challenge to begin, and for the lady to tell me the rules.
This thing, you gotta eat it all. You can't really leave anything on the plate. You don't have to lick it clean, but you gotta eat it all except for the knife, the fork, and the napkins, okay?
Okay.
Nobody can help you. You can't throw the hot dog out the window. You can't stick it in somebody's purse, okay? So you gotta eat it all by yourself. So you got 12 minutes to eat it. If you eat it within 12 minutes, you get a free home record t-shirt. If you beat our record of 2 minutes and 30 seconds, you get it for free.
Okay.
Okay?
Alright.
Alright, we're gonna start on a yeehaw on 3. You ready? 1, 2, 3, yeehaw!
I was thinking of a lot of things at that moment in time, but yeehaw was not one of them. to respect this challenge and to really know what it's about, you have to see it in person. Seeing it in this video does not give it justice. I mean, this thing, this home wrecker is what they call it, is humongous. I mean, that is a lot of food right there. I mean, there's 3 pounds of food. There is that humongous hot dog. I believe it's 15-inch hot dog. Then there is that bun, which is a sub bun. And there are inches of toppings. Then there is habanero and jalapeno peppers, which makes it very hot. And that's where I had the problem in this challenge. I thought that you could switch out the toppings, like maybe get more chili for, you know, switch it out for habanero peppers maybe, and that would make it easier for me. That is not the case, my friends. You have to have it exactly the way they configure that home wrecker. You're going to have to eat those peppers, and they're going to burn like the flames in your mouth. So I recommend you getting at least one water there by your side. And the other thing I was up against was the clock, as I saw every second tick away. I did not want to use bad table manners as I was using the fork. But looking back on it all now, and they say hindsight is 20/20. I needed to put down that fork and the knife and just start eating it like it's a pig trough or a horse trough, and just manhandle that thing and just eat it. Just eat it. That's what I needed to do. So I was given 12 minutes to complete this challenge. And after every bite, I started mathematically calculating, do I do 2 bites a second or 1 bite, or should I even do 3? And then I take a bite into the habanero sauce, and then it's hot. And then I drink some water. I wonder, is the water going to fill me up and I won't be able to finish this? You know, I don't want to go home looking lame and like a loser. I want to be able to finish this challenge. I want to be able to be called the home wrecker, and I wanted to wear the shirt, and I wanted to wear it proudly. But as time kept slipping away, I started to doubt myself. So then I knew I had to pick up the pace. And I had ate most of the toppings by this time. It was like eating a big, large salad on the top of a hot dog. So then, as you can see here, I pull the hot dog out. Look at that big whammer jammer right there. That thing is bigger than my freaking head and half my arm. And it's as big around almost as a Louisville Slugger baseball bat. I mean, that was a hot dog. And you can see I'm sitting there laughing because I can't believe how much food is there and how big this thing really is. But I'm determined. And what I should have done here was just pick up the hot dog and just start eating it without the fork. But, you know, I didn't want to look like too savage. So by this time, I know my pace, and my pace is set as I'm eating away and chunking away at this home wrecker, piece by piece, bite by bite. As I'm sitting there and tearing through this home wrecker, I'm just like Stone Cold Steve Austin would say, I'm dug in like a tick. And I'm sitting there trying to go through this battle to the very end. I almost dropped the hot dog into the floor of the bus. Man, that would have been crappy. But I managed to push it back onto the plate and keep going, keep on a-trucking. I keep on devouring that thing like I hadn't ate in like 20 years. So then I keep chomping and biting away, just like a dryer drying clothes, or just like a chainsaw in a tree. I just kept going and going and going nonstop. And the whole time I was thinking in the back of my head, am I going to be able to finish this? Am I going to be able to beat this? Am I going to conquer the home wrecker? Or am I just going to do my best and go home and have to try again one day? It was starting to sink in that maybe, just maybe, I might not be able to pull this one off. Just like on the show, Man versus Food, sometimes food won. And for the first time, that possibility was starting to sink into me. I started feeling a little bit full, but then I also know that I had to go back to where the food was hot and the time kept ticking away. And I keep looking at the clock, the counter, and it's not looking good. It's looking worse second by second. But I have determination and willpower. I just will not give up. Like that little tiny Chevette car that's been to California and back 12 different times. That doesn't give up. That's me. I'm a guy that is persevered, and I have my convictions, and I'm not going to stop. I'm going to try to the very end. If I'm going to go down, I'm going to go down kicking. So, I'm trying to show this hot dog who's boss. And at this time, I'm starting to feel full a little bit. I start to sweat. You can see me wipe my brow. And, I'm explaining about how hot it is and how people really can't have a true respect of the size and the challenge, the difficulty of the challenge unless they're there in person. This place is kind of like a hillbilly wonderland to the eye. It's a very unique place and has so many different kinds and varieties of food, and especially hot dogs. But you also have to have respect for these challenges that they have, because no matter what anyone says, these challenges are a challenge for a reason. These are hard to do. As you will see, I start picking up. After the hot dog is ate, I start just picking up the bun and just trying to eat the bun. The bun is actually on a sub-sandwich bread that has soaked in all that habanero sauce. And it is a scorcher at this time. And so I start to drink more water, as you can see, to put out that fire that's going on down my tongue and down in my belly. I start slinging more food down the gullet of my mouth. And I'm looking at the time, and I'm just getting a little scared here, because it's looking like I'm going to run out of time. But I know I'm not going to run out of determination here. I'm going to keep going to the very end, just like I said. And I start tearing the bread apart. And I try to get advice and any kind of pointers or tips. And then I start eating more. And I'm starting to really feel like a garbage truck, I think, at this point. I'm just really feeling like I'm going around the last 2 laps of an Indy 500. But I feel like I've just been through it. In the end, guys, in the end, and that's what this is. I did not get to finish the challenge. In this battle of man versus food, food won, but I did conquer a lot and make it pretty far. And when I walked away today, I didn't feel like a loser. I still felt that I gave the challenge everything I had and all my heart. And I'm going to try it again in a couple of weeks. And I know the next time what to expect. And I'm going to win. And I'm going to walk away with a shirt. So guys, in closing out this video, I hope that you have enjoyed it and learned a little bit about the place called Hillbilly Hotdogs in Lesage, West Virginia. I will include links in my video. So if you are in that area, in that neck of the woods, as they say, you can go and see all the vintage hillbilly backgrounds and setup that they have there. Or you may want to try some of their wonderful food, or who knows, you may even yourself want to try the home wrecker challenge and to see if you have what it takes to beat that record and eat it within 12 minutes. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, and leave some comments in the comments section below. And as always, guys, until next time and until next video, have a good day.